Man, the floor is mine, or is it James Harden? Because if you want to talk about a burning a bridge was a person, it gotta be James Harden, man. Like this guy, man, he's doing his best. Kyrie, we would have thought Kyrie would have came out and said something crazy by now, but actually Kyrie, like, look, I'm a man of the people. I'm doing a lot for the people. So James Harden was out in China, and I think the 76ers dropped something first. They were saying like, hey, we're going to end trade talks. James Harden wants to be here. And then a couple hours later, James Harden was like, no, no, I don't. They lying. So I got a video right quick, and I'm gonna play this quick clip. I don't know what happened to my good man Joe, but I'll play it.
And I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
So the people out there were cheering because he said Daryl Morey is a liar and he doesn't want to be a part of an organization that he is a part of. We have a 76ers fan here now. And just based off that reaction, man,
Come
I got
on
you.
now, dog. Come on, man.
So, J-Mo, what's your reaction to that, man?
Man, James Harden, man. Why we gotta have the same first name? Ah, this dude, man. This dude is killing me, man. Like, so from what I understand, he took when he first came, like not when he first came, but the beginning of the season, he took a pay cut so that we could fill out the roster. And by fill out the roster, I mean get former Houston Rockets, PJ Tucker, Daniel House. You know how that go. James Harden always bringing his guys over to where he go. But he took a pay cut so we could fill out the roster. Then they told him, next year we'll max you out. You can opt into your deal, and we'll get you your money next year. So he say, cool. So last year when he did that, everybody was like, James Harden really trying to win a ring. He really focused now. He took a pay cut. It's not all about money. That's what all the narratives are saying. That's what all the comments were saying. Then we get to the playoffs. Game 1, he drops 45. I'm like, oh, it's over. They let us get game 1 in Boston. It's over. Then he come back game 4, drop 42. So this is my thing. How you have two 40-point games and you average 22 points? Two 40-point games and you average 22 points. You don't know why? Because one game you scored 11. One game you scored 9. The game 7, he was 3 for 11. He took 11 shots in game 7. 11 shots. So after he performed the way he did in the playoffs and the closeout games, he coming back this year. They trying to put a trade together to get him to LA or wherever he want to go. Nobody wants him. And if they do want him, they're not giving us nothing that we want back. You know what I'm saying? So we already been through this with Ben Simmons. So we'll sit here. We won't trade you, James Harden. We will sit here until we get a deal. If you want to stay home, you can stay home. So I feel like we already been through this with Ben Simmons. James Harden is just literally an upgrade. We can sit here and talk about the regular season all we want, but it's very similar. The way, of course, Ben Simmons was way worse. But if you look at James Harden game, the 40-point games compared to the other games where he didn't score 40, he looks like a completely different player. If he didn't have a James Harden jersey on, I wouldn't know who he was. So I feel like if he didn't play the way he did in the playoffs last year, in the closeout games, we wouldn't even be here right now. We wouldn't be here right now. Even if you went down swinging, they would have maxed you. It's the way you went down, if you ask me. Now I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, with him and Daryl Morey, with other stuff, because him and Daryl Morey done, you know, James Harden pretty much made Daryl Morey who he is. So I don't know. They could have some other stuff going on, but outside looking in, even if Daryl Morey so-called, didn't hold up his end of the bargain, Harden, you could have prevented this if you would have balled out like you were supposed to. And they got you a 90 on 2K. You a 90. He's still in the 90s. He should have been like an 88. I thought he was gonna go down a little bit after the playoff. But I don't understand. I think that if he would have just did his part, played his role, then he wouldn't we wouldn't be here right now in this situation. Now, of course, Embiid was the best player. So Embiid played bad too. But Embiid was there. Embiid was at the game. I don't know where Harden was. Those last two games, I have no idea. Like 4 for 16 and 3 for 11. I'm stuck on the 3 for 11. It's the last game and you shoot 11 shots. I don't understand, man. So if you ask me, James Harden, you're done, son. You're done. You get him out of here, man. Like I said, nobody wants him for the price that he's trying to get. Then he's trying to go to the Clippers. I think he must know they injured up and gonna get injured again because what he going to the Clippers for? I feel like he can't go anywhere. If he wants to win a championship, he need to stay where he is. And that's not. I'm not saying that just because it's my team. It's just basketball common sense. If you look at all the situations in the league, he should stay where he is if he wants to win a championship. My last thing is, see this guy right here? See him?
Mm-hmm.
He about to take over. I put Maxi there because look, Harden, you're done. Whether you on the team or not, it's Maxi's time. Harden, we ain't got time for this no more. Shave your beard. Go ahead, whoever next.
You're done, son. Dave, go ahead. Oh man, came out swinging.
Draymond, I'm with you, my guy. I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, somebody said that Harden belongs in the doghouse. If y'all believe that's the case, just let me know. DM me, tell me. I'll make the case for him. But James Harden is the one to not complain. I don't understand why he's complaining. Daryl Morey has done everything he could possibly do to cater to this man in Houston and now in Philly. He came to Philly. Yeah, he took less money, but he also got players that was with his team in Houston. PJ Tucker, Daniel House. He did everything he did to make sure that Harden was comfortable with all the players that he had in Philly. And plus, from my understanding, the offense they ran was pretty much similar to what they ran in Houston. Just to cater to James Harden. And like J-Mo said, he had 2 40-point games in that series against the Celtics. But he was also the reason why they lost to the Celtics because he didn't play hard enough. How can you be the second best player and you only put up 11 shots in Game 7 when it counted? Game 6, you also didn't do enough when y'all were up 3-2 in order for y'all to win that series. If you played your game and if you take 20, 25 shots in Game 6, I think you win that game. As long as you make 10 to 15 in those shots. And you're supposed to be the free throw man. Do what you can to get to the free throw line. That's what you do. You ain't even do that. So, Harden, I don't want to hear from you no more. And going to the Clippers ain't gonna do no better because I do feel like you got a better shot of winning in Philly. Because if you go to the Clippers, you go into a team with 2 players who aren't healthy at all in the season. Someone tell me the last time that Kawhi played more than 60 games in the season. That was probably 2019 right? When he won the title with Toronto. Since then, has he played 60, 65 games? Maybe the bubble. Maybe. But that was a shortcut season. Other than that, in the playoffs, he played, 1 game in the playoffs this year, and that was it? And you want to go to that team? I understand that Embiid has been hurt, but Embiid was hurt, and he played. So, Harden, you just bye. That's all I can say. Wherever you go, bye.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, look, real quick before I go, my dad, right? He had nothing to do with the Sixers. He just texted me. I had text him. He's going to be on the Ravens panel, by the way, on Thursday. I text him the questions, and one of the questions got to do with Lamar Jackson being good this year. He texted me back and said, please, are you tripping? I thought it was funny, all right? So, look. All right, man. First of all, Daryl Morey, don't make promises you can't keep. All right. I understand business, a dog eat dog world. James Harden fell for the okie doke, the handshake agreement, the McDonald's. Anybody know about the McDonald's story? They fell for the handshake agreement also in good faith. A handshake is in good faith. I'm going to honor my word. And Daryl Morey didn't do that. And that's not good for the NBA business. Once you get that name out there of not being like loyal or not being honest, nobody wants to do business with you like that for real. So that's that. But after saying all that, James Harden, man, realize this is business, not personal. Just keep in mind, all right? Yes, you took a pay cut. All right. He had a board mission. Yes, you took a pay cut. All right, to stay. We understand that. But at the end of the day, this is business, not personal. In the playoffs, yes, you put up 2 40-point games. But like everybody been saying today so far, you look like a totally different player from the time y'all win and the time y'all lose. I mean, when y'all won against Boston, you look like one of the best players in the NBA. But when y'all lost to Boston, you look like one of the worst players on your team. Listen to this, y'all. In the 4 games they lost, James Harden played 40 minutes per game in those 4 losses. 40 minutes, y'all. That's one of your best players, right? This man was 12 from 55 from the field. 12, let me say it again. 12 from 55 from the field. Shooting 21%.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Right?
As the dude would say on Instagram, trash.
That was a trash performance. All right. 3 for 24 from the 3-point line, 12%, and average 9 points a game. In 4 games out of the 7 games in the playoff series, y'all lost. In the same series, you dropped 40 points in 2 games. So I get why he can be upset about Daryl Morey because they do have a personal relationship. But to go out in China and publicly state it like this, he can't get mad at any of the backlash he's about to get because he publicly said this in China. All right? Everybody's going to critique your performance you did last playoffs, no matter how good your relationship was. So I do think Daryl Morey was wrong because I'm not a dude that's going to shake your hand and say one thing and do something else. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. And that's exactly what Daryl Morey did. But at the same time, James Harden is a business. Get out your feelings and go perform.
James Harden.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Don't nobody want to hear all that, man. This man made sure you got paid in Houston. When you were upset and disgruntled in Houston, you came in with the fat suit. This man made sure he made sure you got traded the way you needed to go. When you went to Brooklyn and you was having
he wasn't there when he got traded.
To Brooklyn?
He was already gone, I think.
But he was in.
He was there. My bad. Tomo Dave thing. New coach, but he was there. My bad. I think he was there.
Hey, if I'm wrong, Carl gonna make sure I'm right because he made sure I was wrong about my 2 Tennessee picks. I mean my 2 Patriot picks.
Nah, he was there. He was there.
He was there. Let's get it. My bad. Tomo, continue.
Then when you got to Brooklyn and you was like, yeah, we the new big 3, and you got upset, who you call? Called Daryl Morey. He was in Philly. He said, all right, we'll make something happen. They traded Ben Simmons for you, and he made sure you got there. And B got there, then you said, you know what? We need one more piece. Miami would have loved to kept PJ Tucker, but yeah, he ended up with the 76ers. Look, bro. And Maxey showed that he should be a starting point guard. At the end of the day, he showed that he should be starting, but Morey was up there. It's like, no, we believe in this guy. We got an MVP center, and we got a reigning MVP at point guard / shooting guard. Even when you look terrible in the playoffs in Houston, you look terrible in the playoffs for Brooklyn, he still believed in you. So that handshake deal, he kind of did his part. He's like, look, bro, I did everything I can. And I can't trade you somewhere and not get something back. Like I already did that already. But technically, I got more than what it was worth because Ben Simmons for James Harden, that's not even an equal trade if you look at it. So now they're like, you called me a liar. So now you're going to sit on the bench. We've done it before. We did it with Ben. We're going to do it with you. You're going to call me a liar because I can't find an actual trade partner. Like Bradley Beal already went to Phoenix. I can't call the Wizards. They're not going to do it. So what you want me to do? So look, man, like everybody on the panel kind of said, man, get out your feelings. It's business. Either you going to play or you not. And also to that comment that I seen about Kyrie would never. I mean, he technically did. So don't say he would never. All right.
Kyrie forced surgery. He said, I would get surgery before I play another game in Cleveland. That's what he said. He forced his way out there.
Yeah,
I know your guy,
James Lawn Chair Harden. That's his name now. James Lawn Chair Harden, because all he do is fold.
Well, never. Nah, he not even a lawn chair because we seen what chairs could do after the last week.
That's facts.
So even chairs get to work nowadays. All right.
Some chairs got beams on them, so you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? So look, I don't know what Morey and them gonna do, but he just messed up his trade value.
Man,
Okay, I see what you're
it is
saying.
what it is.
Nah, I let Kev get this
Oh
one.
yeah, he's right about that.
I let him in that aspect. He's right.
The only time he shot 40 from the field in playoffs, I recall, was when he was with Boston and they played the Bucks. He shot terrible. And he asked him, "Do you think you should have shot that many shots?" He said, "I should have shot more." I was like, "My man, like, if you gonna go down as a dog."
Hey, what Kobe would have did. So.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.